is going to win president. I think one thing that would make me confident about him is the fact that it seems like the more that he talks, the more people like him. Where it's like for other people, it's like the less they talk, the more people like them.
Pete Hegseth, it was a tie, bipartisan opposition, smallest margin since the job was created. You had to break that tie. If the nominee can't unite your party, how's he going to lead 3 million people?
Well, look, I think Pete is a disruptor, and a lot of people don't like that disruption. But Margaret, that disruption is incredibly necessary. If you think about all of those bipartisan massive votes, we have to ask ourselves, what did they get us? They got us a country where we fought many wars over the last 40 years, but haven't won a war about as long as I've been alive. They've got us a military with a major recruitment crisis, a procurement price crisis that's totally dysfunctional, where we buy airplanes for billions and billions of dollars, terrible cost overruns, the delivery dates are always delayed. So
I do think that he's right, where like if you make the appeal to authority that like, wow, a lot of senators and people don't want to have this guy to be like in charge of the Secretary of Defense. Well, yeah, because they might be involved in, you know, like it might be in their best interest to just have continual wars forever.
We need a big change. Now, admittedly, there are people who don't like that big change, but it is necessary, and it's explicitly what Donald J. Trump ran on. And I think part of the reason why the American people elected him their 47th president.
So the main objective is changing all of that, that it's going to be Pete Hegseth alone?
I'd say the main problem the main thing that we want Pete Hegseth to do is to fix the problems at the Department of Defense. And unfortunately, there are many. We've gotten into way too many wars that we don't have a plan for winning. We've gotten into way too many misadventures that we shouldn't have got into in the very first place. And our procurement process, Margaret, is incredible.
I think this is the way that I would say 80 to 90% of people feel about the military, is that they respect the military and they support it, but they think that we spend too much money on it and we involve ourselves in things that aren't important. I think that this actually represents like the vast majority of the population.